Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me for this practice. A nice, slow way to begin your morning, stretching the body, the mind, being present here. So let's take a seat, get yourself comfortable, make any adjustments that you need, sitting on a block or a bolster, a blanket, and allow your hands to come to rest on your knees. We'll begin to take some deeper breaths to anchor ourselves into this practice. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in, breathing out. And if your eyes are closed, you can open them. Let's begin to inhale the arms up, gaze and chest can lift, and then bringing the palms down to heart center. We'll do this a few more times, inhaling, reaching, sweeping, and drawing down towards center. Again, inhaling up, exhaling down. Letting the hands rest for a moment. And then drawing your left ear to left shoulder and right ear to right shoulder. Just a nice little stretch through the neck. And then coming back to center and turning your gaze towards the left. Pausing there. Breathing. Coming back to center, let the chin drop towards the chest. Take a breath here. And then come back to center. Turning the gaze to the right side of the space. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly. And coming back to center, let the chin drop back down to the bottom of the chest. Breathe. Lifting the gaze back up, let's bring the hands, interlace them, and gently place them behind the head. We're going to twist from side to side, waking up that spine, elongating the spine, and going back and forth, nice and easy. And now we'll dip our elbow down towards the ground, opening up that side body, and then going over to the other side. Breathing, maybe you yawn as I did. And coming back to center, and then dipping once again. And maybe you feel like you can get a little bit deeper into that stretch as you continue to go back and forth. And coming back to center, undoing the hands there, and then coming into these sacral circles. So moving in one direction to start, and connecting the breath with the movement. So inhaling as your chest comes forward and exhaling as you come back. and then switching directions. One more time. And coming back to center. Let's come into a cat and cow variation, a seated variation here. So the palms slide on the tops of the hands. We round as we come forward. And as we pull back, we inhale. Lift the chest, the gaze. Exhale, come forward. And breathing and remembering that you're here, that you're practicing. And return back to center. Let's lengthen out those legs. So readjusting the sit bones and then sliding the hands down towards the feet and coming into a fold. Allow your body to stop where it feels safe to. And then with every breath, maybe you get that chest just a little closer to the legs, but no worries if not. Let the exhale be long in this fold. Breathing. Let's come back up. Let's draw the legs in and come into butterfly. So the soles of the feet are together. And you can wrap your hands around the feet. And if you're on a bolster or a blanket, you can definitely remove it, creating more space there for yourself. And tuning into the hips and the groin, the hip flexor, and then maybe this butterfly begins to awaken and flap its wings. And let that butterfly settle. And we'll bring the knees up and just give ourselves a wrap around the knees and a hug. You can let your chin come into the cradle of your knees. And we'll pause here, sending yourself some love. Breathing as well. Coming out of that, if you have your socks on, you can take them off now. And we're going to make our way to a tabletop position. So stacking those wrists underneath shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, slightly pulled back. Pressing those palms into the mat, letting those fingertips spread, and then just moving the body intuitively here. So making some circles, bowing out the side bodies. Maybe you incorporate movement of the head. Take it slow, and then just go with the flow. And then we'll come back to center and transition into some cat and cow. So coming into cow, we lift. Then coming into cat, we round. Inhaling, lifting the gaze. Exhale, round the spine. Pressing into the palms. Back and forth. Inhale and exhale. And I'm going to come to face you. You can stay exactly as you are, but we're going to take the right leg and put it off to the side. And then we're going to lift the right arm up to the ceiling. Pause there, gazing at the fingertips or down towards the ground. And then we're going to thread the right arm underneath the left and come back up. So threading and unthreading. Breathing. Inhale. Let's take that arm through one more time and rest everything down. So the side of the face, the shoulder, and that left arm. Let's press out of that, lifting the right arm back up to the sky for a moment. And then releasing it back down to the ground. We'll put that leg back and we'll take the left leg and put it out to the side. Lifting that left arm up to the ceiling. And then beginning to thread the needle. On this next one, we let the face come all the way down, the shoulder resting, the hand resting. See if you can let go of any tension that you're holding in certain spaces. Send the breath there. And then let's press out of that, lifting the left arm back up. And releasing it. Coming back into a table position. We're going to come into some bird dogs here. So extending that left arm and that right leg, finding your balance. And then switching sides. Left leg extends, right arm reaches. Breathe. And let's switch sides again. Feel the body being pulled from either side of the space, like somebody's pulling the hand and that foot. Switch. And one more time, either side. Strengthening that core, strengthening your balance. And release. Let's sink back to child's pose. Taking a few deep breaths here, resting the body. You can be wide with the legs or narrow. Continuing to breathe in child's pose. And then coming out of child's pose, repositioning your hands, your legs, and pressing into a downward facing dog. So lifting the sit bones up to the sky, and you might pump the feet, pedal them out. Creating more space here. And inhale, we'll bring our feet to the top of the mat and we'll come into a forward fold. A slight bend in the knees. Let the head be heavy, swaying perhaps. And then halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. On our next inhale, we'll rise all the way up, but we'll take our time. Arms are going to lift above the head. Palms connect and drawing down to heart center, Tadasana, mountain pose. And stay in your mountain. Feel the feet against the mat, the ground. Check in with the shoulders, check in with the face. Breathing here. Let's inhale, lift the arms up above the head again. Palms reach and we'll dive down to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, palms to heart center. Nice and slow and mindful. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling. Exhaling, folding. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to bring ourselves all the way up again. Exhale, arms, hands to heart center. Pausing, breathing. Maybe some heat built in the body. Recognize that. Inhaling, sweeping arms up. Exhale to fold. Planting the palms, stepping back, lowering the knees. Coming down for a modified chaturanga. Pressing into upward facing dog. Tucking the toes, sending the hips back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Maybe pedal out those feet again in down dog. Let's lift the right leg up towards the sky and then step it in between the hands, coming up into warrior two. The back foot's at a 90-degree angle, so it's parallel with the front edge of your mat. Let's flip the palm and come into peaceful warrior, inhaling there. Exhale, we come forward to side angle. The right elbow rests on top of the right knee and the left arm extends. Inhaling back to peaceful warrior. Exhaling to side angle. Once more, inhaling, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. And we'll stay here for a little longer. If you want, you can take a bind. You can bring that right hand down to a block or to the mat just for a moment. And then coming back to warrior two. Let's cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot. Step back, lower down. Coming into an upward facing dog. Tucking the toes, sending the bottom back, downward facing dog. The left leg is going to reach. Step it through, coming up into warrior two. Softening the shoulders, the gaze. Breathing. Flipping the front palm, coming back to peaceful warrior. Inhaling to side angle and just flowing through this 2 more times. Side angle, extending, opening up the chest. Peaceful warrior. And one more side angle, option to bind here or to bring that left arm down to the ground. And coming back to warrior two. cartwheeling those hands down to frame the front foot, lowering the body, either a whole plank here or the knees first, coming into an upward facing dog, Bhujangasana, to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathing and then lowering down, widening those knees and sinking back to child's pose, taking a breath here. Making your way out of child's pose, we'll come to sit on the bottom and then lower the back body onto the mat. So nice and controlled, or however you need to get there. And we'll bring our arms out into a T-shaped position, bringing the knees in and bringing the knees back and forth. Windshield wipering those legs. Bringing them back to center, and then lifting both of your legs up to the sky for a gentle inversion here. Letting that energy come down through the legs. And breathe. Lowering the feet back down to the mat and then over to one side. So bringing those knees to the right, letting the gaze fall to the left. A supine twist here. And then switching sides. Knees fall left, gaze falls to the right. Breathing your way back to center, giving yourself a hug, wrapping your arms around your knees, maybe rocking back and forth. If you have socks that you took off, you can put them back on. And doing any last mini movements here, happy baby maybe. And then coming down to rest in Shavasana. And know that you can stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. Letting the body completely release, surrender to gravity. Breathing. And bringing some movement back into the body, wiggling fingers and toes. And eventually coming to lay down on your right side. Pausing in gratitude for practicing, for moving slowly and mindfully. And then making your way up to a seat. Join our hands at heart center, ending with words of loving kindness. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful and joyful. May you be one with all that surrounds you and all that's within you. May you be free. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope to have you back here soon. Leave a comment if you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe as well if you feel called to do so. Thank you.